Welcome to the New This Week video for October 4th. We're going to start it off with James Bond 007, number 5. This book keeps on, it's always miniseries. Dynamite's got a good thing going with this book. It's got its own readers, and it keeps on coming out. You figure something like this. I mean, obviously James Bond's been around forever. It's good to see because you get stuff that Marvel puts out that can't go 4 issues. So Dynamite has something going here, and they're doing it right. Miniseries after miniseries. One story told, done. Maybe that's what some of these other companies need to start doing with their product. Just put out some miniseries. DC's been doing it a lot, and they've been selling, I think, more books by doing miniseries. We've got Abbott, 1979. This is issue number 1. And again, this is another one of those. There's been 2 other Abbott book stories out just of different eras. And they don't sell a ton, but they must sell enough that Boom makes enough money off it. Because it seems like a lot of these independent companies are filing bankruptcy now or are having problems. I want to support them more and hope more people support them more to keep them around, because this is where you get your future writers and artists to write to be on the big with the big guys. So we need these small companies to stick around. We've got Alice Cooper, number 1, from Dynamite Comics. Again, this is something that will be a 3-4 issue miniseries. They'll probably do pretty well with it. And unfortunately with Dynamite, though, there's probably 25 covers that come out with it, though. Archie Halloween Spectacular one-shot. Says it all in the title. There's one guy out here that hates us talking about this book. Too bad. We're going to talk about it anyways. Sensei Mark, this one's for you. Count Dante, number 3. I think this comes out bi-monthly, so it's on time. But it just seems so long since the second issue. Can't wait to see what goes on with Count Dante in this issue. Darkwing Duck, number 9. Dead by Daylight, number 3. This is a pretty good book, selling very, very well. The Enfield Gang Massacre, number 3. Actually has good paper, old school, not newspaper print, but still has that old school feel for the paper, which the books would go back to that. Boxes would be a lot lighter that you're carrying them too. You can tell when you pick up a box of older books and a box of new books, they weigh about 40 pounds more. Cullen Bunn, Ghost Lore, number 5. Go Cullen. Because he's got another book coming out later today. Here's the good Godzilla book. Here There Be Dragons, number 4. Nice cover. Artwork's pretty decent. We don't have Godzilla on that particular page, but the artwork looks pretty good. This is the better of the 2 that are out right now. We've got an issue of Untold Tales of I Hate Fairyland, number 4. Woo! The buff is happy today. I don't think it's as good as the regular series, but it's still if you're a Fairyland, I Hate Fairyland fan, I'm sure you're still enjoying it. At least I hope. You enjoying it, Buff?
Yeah, it's a combination of short stories.
Yeah.
Some of them are better than others.
Yeah, different writers, different artists are doing it. So it's always good to get a different take on, I think it's cool that a creator will say, hey, let's do this. I want to see your take on something that I've done. And you get a few pages that they can do a story and run with it. I always like those type of books. King Spawn, number 26. Oh, I like the cover for number 27. I wish this was 27 now. Nothing better than having a skull with, I don't know what's coming out. It's not maggots or something, but it's pretty gross. We've got Maleficent, number 5. This is never my favorite thing in life, but Got Masters of the Universe number 2. Corey is a big He-Man fan. All right, here's the second issue of Cullen Bunn this week. A new number 1, The Midnight Show from Dark Horse. Yep. I think this could be decent. It's Brian Hurt, I think, is the artist. I mean, the artist is kind of a little cartoony and stuff, but again, Cullen Bunn puts out, again, if it's not spectacular, it's still decent. I mean, there's never really a lot of books that I've read by him that went, this is the worst piece of garbage I've ever read. And I mean, he writes for every company in the world. I mean, I think he's even doing stuff for Marvel now too. So, I don't know. I wish Brian K. Vaughan was like that. But anyways, The Mighty Barbarians, number 6. Kenny gonna be happy again today because we got My Little Pony Camp Big Hoof, number 3. And I know that if there was a pony camp, he would be there. Probably be one of the 4 adults that would be there. But yeah, he would be there. Phantom Road, Volume 1 trade paperback. This is a pretty decent story. If you haven't picked it up in the regular issues, you can get it all right here. Plot Holes, number 2, from Massive Comics. It's Sean Murphy, local guy. And we're going to go to the Ranger Academy number 1. If you want to see how you get into the Power Rangers, I think this is the book you may want to read. Rocketeer, number 3. I've heard good things about this book. I still can't bring myself to read it. But Rick Remender's The Sacrifices, number 3. I'm not going to sacrifice my time with it because usually I'm disappointed when it comes to his stuff. Oh, very nice cover. This snake is enjoying life. Sheena, the Queen of the Jungle, number 2. This book's a little late. Should have been out in April. Silent Night, Deadly Night, number 4. But hey, we figure, hey, let's bring it around. If you go into stores now, there's already Christmas stuff in the stores. So let's start it last year, and we'll have it end coming now. Issue number 5 of Sins of Salton Sea from AWA. Rumpus Room last week was fantastic. A lot better than I even thought it was going to be from what I watched. You need to pick it up and try it. Wow. This is IDW's Batman. We've got Star Trek Defiant, number 8. Star Trek Halloween, number 1. Star Trek Strange New Worlds, number 2. Hey, if this keeps IDW in business, put out whatever Star Trek books you want. Because, again, this is another company that's having problems. And then we've got Tear Us Apart from Dark Horse. There's a few people waiting for this book. And they'll probably sell for 2 or 3 issues and go back to selling 5 copies. But we've got Transformers number 1. For some reason, there's some hype for this book. But just like any time we've had a Transformer book, there's a hype for that number 1, couple issues, and then by issue 5, there's 4 or 5 people reading it. But it's by Skybound. Maybe Kirkman will run a tight ship and say, no, you need to put out some quality, or you're not writing it. But who knows? Maybe just like the money grab, because I think there's like 47 different covers for it too. So, but not a bad selection there. When it comes to DC,
And the bad selection.
yeah, here it comes. Batman number 138. Batman trade paperback, volume... Who cares? We're going to call it The Cowardly Lot. There's not a volume number on the side. Oh, it's on the back. Volume 4. Batman, The Adventures Continue, number 8. Birds of Prey, number 2. This book sold a ton of issues of number 1, and I've got a lot of good feedback on it. So maybe issue number 2, I hope it stays where it's at, because Birds of Prey, especially back when I think Gail Simone was writing it, and I think maybe Chuck Dixon may have been writing it too, was always a great team book. I hope it keeps up the quality of issue number 1. And again, Kelly Thompson, sometimes she has it, she hits it. And other times you read some of the stuff, and this stuff is just like childish drivel. Well, this isn't the childish drivel this time. From what I've been told, issue 1 was great. It's quality. Anyone want to read some DC ghouls just want to have fun? Issue number 1, the Halloween horror special. There's several stories here. You got a Question story, Green Lantern, Animal Man, Nightwing, Superman, Robot Man, and not the Robot Man that used to be in the comic strips. Crush and Lobo, and a Man-Bat story. How can you go wrong all in one book? And I didn't see just Batman in here. That's why this book is worth. You need to support it. Oh, we got another facsimile edition this week. Detective Comics number 140. Going to assume it's the first appearance of the Riddler. Maybe. I don't know. He's on the cover. Why would they give you a facsimile edition if it wasn't? But I mean, then again, it is DC. Fire and Ice number 2. Kind of funny how I think it was Dynamite had a Fire and Ice book that came out, and DC's got one too, and I'm sure DC's probably trying to sue Dynamite for some reason, even though totally two different things, and just they both came out in the same within 2 weeks of each other. So I mean, it's not like someone actually copied somebody, but just but I'm sure they're trying to sue the little guy to stop it. And I think Bill Willingham writes it too, and he's having all sorts of problems with DC too. So they probably are trying to sue him. They got the Joker number 11. This is the man who stopped laughing. That's really sad if you stop laughing. I mean, laughter is fun. All right, the new Golden Age Special Edition, number 1. Peacemaker, number 6. Yep. Peacemaker, he tries hard. Poison Ivy, number 15. One of Ron's biggest selling books in his store. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Number 124. Shazam, number 4. Wow. That shocked me. That was the end of DC. Hot damn. All right, let's go to Marvel. Alien Annual, number 1. Black Panther, number 5. Should be getting canceled soon. Worst writer, one of the worst writers in the history of comics. Captain Marvel, Dark Tempest, number 4. I don't remember how many issues it's supposed to go, 4 or 5, and hopefully she disappears. Hopefully. Doctor Strange, number 8. Nice cover. That's all I got to say about that book. Oh, Fantastic Four, number 12. Another nice cover. That's all we'll talk about that book, too. Now, let's see what this book's coming out. We got another big event. Big Jonathan Hickman event. Gods, number 1. It's an oversized book, and I'm pretty sure we'll probably have 8 to 10, of his wasted pages of, 10 years ago. We needed a whole page to tell us that. So we can you can get charged for a page, and that is what you have. And I'm sure we'll have about 10 pages of graphs in the back, because he loves his graphs too. So, but anyways, it's Jonathan Hickman. This guy is a comic writing genius. If you ask him, ask anyone else, probably not, but he'll tell you that he's the comic writing genius. He's not even writing some of the X-Men books. Some of those X-Men books still have his stupid charts in them and stuff. I mean, what the hell? Ghost Rider, annual number 1, versus the Hood. Finally, this is one of the best characters Marvel has ever created. For a year or two, he was one of the big bad villains during the Dark Reign stuff, and then they made him into an idiot, and he just disappeared. Finally, we've got a Hood story. I'm hoping that this is the Hood of old. That's a really nice looking pumpkin too. I don't know. I mean, it looks like it's made. It looks like it's a mountain in. I think it's going to be good. I'm already excited. The Hood's on the cover. How can you not want to try this book? And there's a giant pumpkin growing up out of the earth. Come on now. Last week I had furries beating up someone, throwing them into a thing. Now I've got a giant pumpkin. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. Welcome to October. Anything can go. Another great cover. The Red Goblin, issue number 9. Even the inside art is pretty good. Too bad the story's not that good, though. All right, here's Marvel's version of Batman now. Star Wars, Bounty Hunters, number 39. Star Wars Darth Vader, number 39. Did I read that right? Yep, okay. And we've got Star Wars High Republic Shadow of Starlight, number 1. And we got Yoda leading a band of Jedi. We got Strange Academy, number 1, with Amazing Spider-Man. And we've got X-Force number 45. We got X-Men number 27. And we're going to finish it off with Immortal X-Men number 16. And again, I'm sorry we had to finish it off on such a lousy note with three X books, but I mean that's just unfortunately X is near the end of the alphabet. So there we have it. It's not a bad week. It's got some good stuff, some stuff we can make fun of a little, but it's an okay week. So that's it. We'll see you again next week, and we'll do it all over. Maybe we'll have something exciting and something that we can rip up on air. We'll see. All right, but thanks for watching.